This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. I'm Alex Brown. Officials in Columbus today marked the grand opening of the nonprofit Advanced Machine and Vehicle Innovation Center. CEO Kathy Choi said Columbus was the ideal location for the $2.1 million facility, which is dedicated to the testing, validation, and deployment of next-generation commercial vehicles, machines, and power systems.
If you look at Columbus, they have great local support for technology development. There's a huge base of industry manufacturing, and they have a lot of talent, particularly technical talent, that provides a pipeline for the organization.
Choi said the center has two primary areas of focus: workforce development and technology development. Work has begun on a $12 million development designed to bolster affordable and workforce housing options in Attica. Officials say the 42-unit Riverport Lofts project is expected to generate local economic activity while supporting ongoing downtown revitalization efforts already underway in Attica. The project is slated for completion next May. Indiana's unemployment rate remained unchanged at 3.3% in June. The Indiana Department of Workforce Development said the state added 1,800 private sector jobs compared to the previous month. The state's unemployment rate remained lower than the national rate, which fell 0.1% to 4.2%. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation has begun seeking proposals for a 1,000-acre mixed-use village district in Lebanon that will be part of the LEAP Research and Innovation District. IIB's Eniola Lunge has more.
The request for proposals is seeking a master development partner for the residential and commercial portions of the LEAP district, which encompasses more than 6,000 acres north and west of Lebanon. The village is expected to include housing, retail, hospitality, and dining venues, recreational spaces, as well as extensive public infrastructure. The IEDC has partnered with Chicago-based brokerage JLL to solicit responses from prospective development partners. Hope Orono, Director of External Affairs for the IEDC, said the decision to find a singular master developer rather than parceling out smaller sections and selling those off came from a desire to preserve the project's integrity by having a cohesive approach. The IEDC said in its request for proposals that all zoning and permitting will go through the city of Lebanon. The district is expected to have a mix of housing options including condominiums, townhouses, apartments, and single-family homes, including build-to-rent dwellings. It would also have a mix of surface and structured parking to accompany housing and various commercial, cultural, and civic developments. The IEDC plans to have 2 rounds of proposals with an initial submission deadline of September 4 at 2 p.m. The preferred development partner is expected to be chosen in mid-December. Eniola Lunge, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
A partnership between the University of Notre Dame and Manufacturing Technology, Inc. has been awarded a $4.6 million federal grant to develop a new welding technology that aims to extend the life of railroad rails while reducing their maintenance needs. The grant from the Federal Railroad Administration will support a 3-year project between the university and the South Bend-based company to further develop MTI's low-force friction welding technology. The work aims to improve how rail is joined while reducing the force, energy, and equipment required for the process. Fort Wayne-based Indiana-Michigan Power is seeking regulatory approval for a major project at its Rockport generating station in southwest Indiana in an effort to boost generation capacity and meet projected energy demand. The utility said Monday that it plans to build a 1,520-megawatt natural gas combined cycle generating facility at the Spencer County site as it continues preparations to retire its current coal-fired units there. The new facility, dubbed the Rockport Energy Center, is one of the largest utility construction undertakings in Indiana, according to the company, and would create up to 40 jobs. I&M is filing for a Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity from the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission and expects a decision in early 2027. Spokesperson Jeffrey Wade said in an email to Inside Indiana Business that the total cost of the project is not yet known. Lucas Oil Stadium General Manager Eric Newberger is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.